Dear friends, welcome to Kathayein. I have a very different kind of a story for you today. You know, once I was traveling in a first class compartment from one place to the other on official business, and I had a few of my colleagues with me. So, as the train moved out of the platform, after a little while, we just got into some business discussion. And soon we saw a person with goggles. He appeared blind and he was being led by a young boy who was holding his hand, and they entered the compartment and they were asking for some alms. So the boy looked at us, and we all looked at the boy, and we were at a particular discussion which was very important. So before we reached the place, we wanted to close that particular discussion. So immediately I took out my wallet and I gave some 20 rupees to the boy, and immediately the boy thought of moving out from there before I have a change of heart. So he left immediately, and all my colleagues were looking at me because those days 20 rupees used to be a big amount. So then anyway, we completed our discussion, and all four of us, we sort of closed our eyes and we thought we'll rest for a little while. And I think the train was about to reach in the next 2 hours at the destination point. So after about 1 hour or so, I was awake, and I saw one of my colleagues going out of the compartment, probably to the loo. And he came back after a little while and he signaled at me and said, without saying anything, he requested me to come out. So I followed him, and he went to the other side of the compartment, and we crossed the vestibule. And just as we crossed the vestibule, the scene was amazing. I saw that same beggar who was wearing goggles, and that little boy was sitting there. The beggar had removed his goggles and he was counting all the money that he had collected in the compartment and from other people, and the boy was sipping some hot chai. So I looked at him, I looked at them, they looked at me, and I couldn't do anything else but laugh. So even mendicants have their own, they come up with their own tricks. Perhaps I closed with the idea that a man is too helpless and is often driven by circumstances, and that is why that beggar is doing what he was doing. But friends, the moral of the story is not that. The moral of the story is that you should help people who are needy, who are genuinely in need of something, and not to people who come and defraud you and try and take money like that. So this is the story, this is the lesson that this small story or this small experience conveys. If you've liked it, kindly share it. Kindly also subscribe to our channel. Soon we'll come out with a new story for you. Till then, goodbye.